down there. Good. Down there. I'll be a piston.
Okay, good morning YouTube. We are 5 days out from the NPC Whitney Jones Classic, so it is officially peak week, and food's actually coming up. So we ran, out of the last 4 days, 3 of those were low days, so about 1,800 calories, about 110 carbs. We did 1 medium day, and I've had 2 back-to-back drops of prep lows. So 204.6 yesterday was a new low by about a pound, and then this morning was 204.2 new prep low. And so today food is actually coming up a little bit. Protein is going down, so portions, I have 3 meals with chicken with 6-ounce portions. Fish is gone, so cod, yesterday was the last day with cod. We're going to implement 1 red meat meal to get a little bit more fat, a little bit more vitamins, help kind of fill up a little bit more. So we have 1 meal that is 5 ounces of 93.7 grass-fed ground beef. We have 1 meal with whole eggs and egg whites, still breakfast, and then 1 meal post-workout. It's just 1 scoop of whey. So whey is still in, and then beef switched with fish, but all the same carb sources we've been doing this whole prep. Carbs are going to be bumped up today to about 420 grams of carbs, 420 something, let's see here. And like I said, it's going to be all clean. So breakfast, bumping up cream of rice big time, so 2 whole eggs, spinach, 250 egg whites. We're dropping that down from 350. And we're doing, it is 115 grams of cream of rice, which is 90 grams of carbs. And then we have 150 grams of white rice with meal 2, 330 grams of white rice with 40 grams of dates for meal 3 pre-workout. And we're manipulating salt a little bit too. So salt has been 1/4 teaspoon on every meal throughout the whole prep. This pre-workout meal, meal 3 today, we're gonna go 1/2 teaspoon of pink salt pre-workout. Creatine is pulled. All sauces are completely pulled. So all my meals, it's gonna be a little dry today, especially those chicken and rice ones. All I can season with is just the salt and then some cinnamon. We have 1 scoop of whey with 105 grams of cream of rice post-workout. So 80 grams of carbs there post-workout. And the 2 chicken and rice meals, meal 2 and meal 6, do still have green beans. So we're still keeping veggies in 3 of these meals right now. Meal 5 is our 5 ounces of 93.7 beef and 8 ounces of sweet potato. And then meal 6, 6 ounces of chicken, 150 rice, 40 green beans. So meal 6 and meal 2 are identical. And so this has pretty much been our high day that we've ran the most recently, where the high day was about 2850 on the calories. This is just over 3,000 because the only difference here is we're keeping in the fats. On the previous high day, it was no whole eggs and no beef, no almond butter, nothing. So we're keeping a little bit of fat in, like 25-30 grams of fat today. Bumping the food up as we are very, very flat. And so training this week is as follows. Today, Monday, is chest. Probably do about 7 sets of chest with 4 sets of triceps. About 70% intensity, a couple reps in the tank. It's just more of a pump workout, in and out within 40-45 minutes. Tomorrow, Tuesday, will be back. Probably do about 7 sets of back. Again, just squeezing, just detail work at this point. Nothing to failure, nothing too intense. We're just putting that food into the muscle. And so we are taking pictures every morning with body weight. We are taking my own body weight scale to the gym. So directly post-workout, get my skivvies, take my body weight, and then take more pictures and send that to Tommy. And so we're just gonna manipulate the salt, the water, the carbs, the fat, and pretty much find that look that we wanna bring on the stage. Water staying at 7 liters, the same it's been all prep, keeping that the same today. We are now implementing vitamin C So we're doing 2 grams of vitamin C with our whole food meals. So 10 grams of vitamin C total. It's a natural diuretic, so it should help us start flushing some of this water. So when we do pull back, our body continues to excrete that water and we'll get a little drier. Taking that much vitamin C can mess with your stomach and cause diarrhea a little bit. So we are upping our glutamine. I have 20 grams of glutamine in the morning. It's always been that way. And I have 10 grams intra-workout. Intra-workout, we are keeping in EAAs right now. I am keeping in the bloodshot pump till Wednesday. Wednesday, the pre-workout will be gone. But yeah, no coffee creamers, no sauces, no nothing. So I did have an espresso this morning, just a double shot espresso. We still have cardio today, 25 minutes of incline treadmill. Heart rate just in between like 100 and 105 beats per minute, so nothing crazy at all, pretty low intensity. I got this set up right here per usual, so we're going to do some mobility work, some core work, a little bit of abs before we get on the treadmill. Check-ins have already been sent to Tommy. But back to the glutamine, so we're doing 5 grams of glutamine with all our whole food meals too. So normally on rest days I'm doing 20 grams of glutamine. Training days I'm doing 30 because I get 10 intra. Today we're doing 55. And we're pretty much going to run 55 grams of glutamine, I think, all the way through Friday to just help with digestion, keep the gut lining clean, help with the vitamin C uptake, help shuttle all these carbs, and it's good for recovery as well. Steps, so we're still doing 30 minutes of direct walking throughout the day. I just throw on a movie or bodybuilding YouTube videos, podcasts, whatever, and I just get on my walking pad and knock that out. So I'll either split it between 2 15-minute little walks or 1 30-minute longer walk. Pre-cardio drink still in, like I said, so that 20 grams of glutamine, 4 ounces of aloe vera juice, 16 ounces of water, half teaspoon of IP6, and a scoop of electrolytes. So this is polished off there. So we'll go do the stretching and the cardio here briefly. Just reading through the plan, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, back Tuesday, 70% intensity. Wednesday is delts and arms, 50% intensity. Probably do like 7 sets of delts, about 4 or 5 sets of biceps, 4 or 5 sets of triceps. And then Thursdays, just 2 to 3 sets of chest, back, and delts. And super, super easy, quick upper pump session, 25, 30 minutes. Friday, completely off. Saturday, show day. And that's about that. That is my food, my cardio, my training. And that's where we're at 5 days out. So chest kind of plan for today. Probably do 3 sets of pec deck, kind of 12 to 15 reps. Just really open up that chest, stretch and squeeze to bring as many nutrients and blood flow to the chesticles as we can. And then I'll do a prime incline press, 2 sets of, again, that kind of 12 to 15 rep range, keeping a few reps in the tank. Good stretch, good contraction. Try to bring out as much detail as we can. Just push those carbs into the muscle as much as we can, because I mean, for it being Monday, you know, we're getting between the rice and the dates pre-workout, we're getting like 120 carbs pre-workout, and then you know, we have 90 grams of carbs with cream of rice with breakfast, plus 10 grams of carbs from blueberries. So you're looking at 100 grams of carbs with breakfast, like 42 carbs with the rice with meal 2. So I mean 100. So between our first 3 meals, we got like 260 carbs, 265 carbs, somewhere right in there. So we should have a decent pump. A little bit more salt pre-workout, I think, should help with that. I've got great rest this weekend. I slept over 7.5 hours, both Friday and Saturday night, and took like 2 hours of naps throughout the day, and really just stayed off my feet besides the peak week grocery haul and the cardio I had to do. and the walking I had to do. Other than that, it was just relaxing, being in a parasympathetic state as much as I can. I am still working Monday and Tuesday, so today and tomorrow, my last 2 days of work. So we're gonna get to it, get stretching, get some abs done, get this cardio knocked out, have meal 1, and then probably have another espresso, because I'm allowed 8 ounces of coffee a day. And these double shot Nespresso pods are like 2.5 ounces, whereas the one coffee is 8 ounces. So how I'm feeling, I'd rather save it for, 2 or 3 espressos throughout the day rather than one coffee, just to help push my dead zombie brain along. So I'll work for a while and then go train after 3 meals, come back, finish up some more work. We'll see if Tommy changes anything after I send him the posing videos post-workout. And I might show you some meals throughout the day, might show you how I prep the potato or something, maybe. Who knows? I might show you something food related throughout today. Maybe I'll throw the post-workout training video in here. I'll show the posing video of the post-workout, post-chest day training. I'll do that this whole week. I'll show all my post-training posing videos on here, and I'll let you guys know pretty much every day how we're manipulating water, sodium, and our carbs and fats, and as we kind of just try to land this plane on the show. I'm really flat, still definitely holding some inflammation in the legs, so we do have a good amount of filling up to do. Fat loss is pretty much done at this point, so it's really just trying to sleep and recover, drop inflammation, and fill me out, and bring something to the stage that we're proud of. So I'm gonna get down to this. I got some old Chris Bumstead prep videos rolling. It's pretty much been the theme past 2-3 weeks, is a lot of Martin Fitzwater and Keon Pearson prep videos, but now that it's peak week, same as last time around, I just went back, watched all of Chris's peak week videos there. He does a great job. So, and he's actually hitting chest about 5 or 6 days out from the Olympia, and I'll be hitting chest 5 days out from my little regional show in Mesa, Arizona. Same shit, different toilet, right? All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so we just wrapped up the 5-day out workout. Like I said, just some pump work at this point, nothing too crazy. We did 3 sets of cable flies, 2 sets of the incline prime machine. One was close grip, one was wide grip. I did a couple warm-ups on each of those, and then did 2 sets on the Atlantis seated flat chest press. And then we did a warm-up, and then 3 sets on the tricep push-down machine. And that was it. Went in, took off shoes and clothes, weighed in at 211.2. This morning was 204.4, 204.2, something like that. I'll have to go back and look, but almost about 7 pounds up from this morning. And that's 3 meals in, and 2 of those 3 meals are our highest carb meals. So I think I'm about 260 grams of carbs in, and pretty much exactly 5 liters of water. And we've had 1/4 teaspoon pink salt with the first 2 meals, and a 1/2 teaspoon. So we're at like a full teaspoon of salt in. So full teaspoon of salt. I did have pump product pre-workout, 2 scoops of that, 5 liters of water. We had our intra, finishing that off right now. 2 scoops of Silo 9 hydration and EAAs, 10 grams of creatine, 10 grams of glutamine, and 3 grams of taurine. No creatine, sorry, no 10 grams of creatine, that got pulled. So didn't have that in. I will post the posing, post-workout posing. Bloop! It'll be right after this. It'll be the last thing for the video. To show you that's what we look like 5 days out. 260 carbs in, 5 liters of water in, teaspoon of salt in. So we'll just kind of over the week manipulate the look and see which one, see what amount of water. When we're going to titrate water down, like water's going to come down, so we're going to dry out more as the week goes on. Fats are still really low right now, so I'm assuming some more fats will come into play if the metabolism gets moving after some of these higher carb days. Like I said, today's over 430 carbs. I think it's like 435, something like that. So we will just kind of continue to play with the look as the week goes on. And I don't have my plan yet for tomorrow. When Tommy and I spoke this morning, his thoughts were, after looking at the morning pictures, another drop after yesterday's low day, is probably the plan tomorrow is going to look very similar to today. Today, 30 minutes of steps, 30 minutes of walking, and 25 minutes of incline treadmill fasted, with protein at, protein lowered a little bit, 6 ounces of chicken with 3 meals, 5 ounces of beef with 250 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, and 1 scoop of whey. Like I said, carbs are on that kind of 430 to 440. We don't track macros. We just do, the meal plan. I think fat's at like 25 grams, just fat from the 2 whole eggs and the 5 ounces of 93.7 grass-fed ground beef. He said it'll probably look pretty similar. Still keeping 2 grams of vitamin C with every meal, 5 grams of glutamine with every meal. So 55 grams of glutamine total a day, 10 grams of vitamin C a day total. And that's just to get us secreting more water. So when we do titrate back water, we're gonna keep peeing and just, create that drier, crispier look on stage. He said, after he's looking at these right now, he just received my pictures, videos, and body weight. So we'll see what he says to manipulate the plan for tomorrow. But I will touch base with you in the morning for 4 days out. Again, just kind of sit there in the morning, touch base on what the plan is for the day, what the food looks like, what the cardio looks like, if water's manipulated, salt, that type of stuff. And we'll just ride that out through the week until it's time to step on stage and see what happens, baby. So God bless. Thank you so much for following along. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, because eventually we will become pro, and we will we'll ride this thing out into a career, baby. But I will post a posing video right here. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.